Welcome back to Blue Collar Creatures. I'm Blake. As you can tell, T looks a little different. We got the frame leveled on our frame table, welded it to the frame table to hold it steady. Got the body mounted on our body mounts, put our rubber bushings in, got our bolts set in to keep it there. We got to get some new bolts to hold them in, but got our new 3/4 inch bushings on, body mounts all lined up. So what we're doing now is we're gonna do new body line quarter panel patches here. We're not too happy with the first try, so we'll redo it. So what we did was we marked the front of our quarter panel patch where it starts, and then each side of our axle tube, and gave us a 1/2 inch play on both sides to give us our axle gap, so that way we can cut it out of our new patches that we made that are solid. We'll bead roll around it, but that's a quick and easy way to measure our axle gap on both sides and get it nice and straight and level. And so you're gonna see us marking out the gap, cutting it out, bead rolling around, and we'll get the patches all in and have the car pretty much done. So ran into a little clearance issue with the axle, so we're gonna ixnay that part, flatten this bead roll out, run it back up into one, coming back down, and then crisis averted, I think.
Update. Panel's screwed on. Don't worry, it's gonna get cut and welded in. It's gonna look beautiful.
Now we're screwing it up.
Yeah, what he said. So
Bondo over the screws.
check that out. Cab corners kind of in. We've got this welded in, and we had to shape it a little bit. Also, we had to pop these pillars out just a little bit, so that took some time and a little bit of massaging and finessing. And so we're on the home stretch.
Here's a custom quarter panel, fully welded up, sanded down, a little bit more body work, but you can see we got our custom body line going over the rear axle down to the original to meet up back at the door with it. It's going to go back around the back side here and tie into the cab corner and go all the way around and keep it all one consistent bead roll. Pretty happy how it came out.
I'd say. Noticed something different, moved into our new shop. So we had to move all the old tools out, cars out, detail it out, and then we hung up
old Barrington and all our old arts and Gene Winfield art and inspiration. So finally got the car on the table here. Frame table, nice and level, square. We got this quarter panel welded, fully done. We got to body work it and stuff. But now we're working on this side. Now we got it all on the table. We can measure wheelbase, make sure everything's the same, door gap to the start of the wheel arch and everything. So we got our lead cuts made so we can body work that a little more straight. And then we got our patch here that we're gonna clean this up, clean up this line, made some little tabs for clecos to hold the panel to that panel to keep it flush while we weld, minimize warpage. And yeah, so welcome to the new shop. This is where all the episodes will be filmed from now on. So we made these Cleco body tabs here. That way we can hang our quarter panel patch up, scribe it, and whenever we cut it to have our fitment nice and tight, we can hang it with the Cleco tabs and keep it nice and level here, and move the tabs over and get it spot welded here and get all nice and body work. But now we are already scribed and marked, ready to cut it. So we're gonna pull the Clecos out, pull the tabs off, cut the quarter panel, we'll sand it all around, prep it for welding, hang the quarter panel back up, put the Clecos on, and then just start welding it in slowly, moving, bouncing forth from here to the corner, minimize warping as much as possible. So stay tuned. Here you can see the quarter panel is all cut, ready to weld. Now what you gotta do is just sand around the edges on the inside and hang the tabs back up and weld it in.
Alrighty guys, that's a wrap for our episode. Thanks for watching. We've got all this welded in, started sanding on it, making it all nice, flush and smooth. And just a little more hammering and dollying left, but we won't bore you with those details. And stay tuned for the next episode. We're excited to get this thing done. So thanks again.